mentioned that. I said I think, but now it's confirmed. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the First Unitarian Universalist Church of Richmond. My name is Frank Corsaro. I use he, him pronouns, and I am finishing my first year as a member of your board of directors. This is the last week of 2 services. Starting next week, we go to 1 service only, starting at 10 a.m. I have not heard yet. I presume coffee hour will continue, but whether it's before or after the service, I haven't got confirmation yet. After the service, there we go. And next Sunday at 10 will be a live stream of the Unitarian Universalist Association General Assembly closing Sunday worship service. The General Assembly service is always a special embodiment of Unitarian Universalist values, and I hope you'll consider joining your host, Leanne Luskin, and other congregation staff and members right here in the Great Hall for that live streaming of that service. First UU Richmond has earned the distinction of being a welcoming congregation, and we celebrate LGBTQ Pride Month. But it's important to use more than, I think, just the acronym that categorizes everyone under a single umbrella. Everyone is unique and born with inherent dignity and worthiness. I sometimes am troubled by hearing commentators and comedians on TV making light of having to pronounce all the words at once. Perhaps, as someone who identifies as a cisgender, heterosexual, white male who has benefited significantly my entire life from white privilege, perhaps I should thank our lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, non-binary, intersex, two-spirit people for welcoming me. Let's all be proud of who we are and who we love.
Thank you, Frank. Good morning. I'm the Reverend Sherman Z. Logan, Jr. I use he, his, him pronouns, and I have the honor of serving this congregation as the senior minister. Welcome to First UU. Joining me this morning on the chancels, Lynn Edwards as my worship associate. We have members from my Rainbow Childless group participating in service this morning, Nancy Fowler, Fran Broom, and Christine Matthews, and our singers, Barre and Hyatt, Jamie on the piano. What a wonderful day for worship, and I'm so glad to see you all here. It is a custom here at First UU that we invite our visitors to tell us who you are and where you're from. So if you are comfortable, please raise your hand. The minister of the mic, Jamie, will come to you. And please stand and tell us who you are and where you're from.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and I moved to Richmond a couple years ago, and I'm excited to be here.
Welcome.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Tina Barr. I joined this church way back in 2000. I don't even remember when. One, maybe? Hey, Lynn. But I moved away in 2005, and so I just returned to Richmond. So this is my first time being here since 2005. So I'm kind of a
Welcome.
visitor.
Welcome back. All right, thank you, Jamie. We're so glad that you're here with us this morning. And so now I invite you all to please rise as you're comfortable to welcome our visitors and greet our neighbors. Our opening words are by Daniel Budd. Come, come to this place, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of learning, all seekers after what is true, all who seek a community of compassion and diversity. Come, come to this place, whoever you are, though you've broken your vows 1,000 times, and you're too busy, and you don't have the time. Come, come to this place, whoever you are, lovers of wisdom, lovers of humanity, lovers of beauty. Come to this place where a love we do not make surrounds us and lifts us and nurtures us. Come, come to this place, whoever you are. Ours is not a community of despair, but of hope, not a place of judging, but of thanksgiving, not a place of certainty, but of searching. Come, come to this place, whoever you are. Come, yet again, come.
Good morning, I'm Nancy Fowler. I use she and her pronouns, and I'm reading the chalice lighting poem this morning called The Pride Flame by Linda Lee Franson. We light this flame to ignite our hearts and minds, the spark of knowledge that enlightens the shimmering hope that burns, the blazing love that engulfs our actions, the bonfire of our commitment. We light this flame for those who celebrate themselves, who fear, who hope, who persevere, who stand on the side of love for all. We light this flame for those who have been ridiculed, that they may find peace, for those who have fought to marry, that they may celebrate, for those who live in uncertainty in the world, that they may have hope. We light this flame to renew our commitment that no one shall ever again suffer for the right to love. We light this flame to celebrate our kaleidoscope of diversity, working, loving, and living on the side of love. For this, we light this flame.
Now please rise in body and spirit as we sing our opening hymn, There's Colors.
Don't worry, we're going to do it in English. But it is kind of quick and it's exceedingly wordy. So we're going to do the copy repeat thing. So copy this. All the colors. Do that. All the colors. All right, now stay with me. Now I want you to go la 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 because this is a joyful celebratory song. So I really actually want you to go la la la. You're going to go la 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 la. Do it. La 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 la. Good. And la 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 la. I know. La 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 la. That's the guy. That's the vibe. All right, saying that la. Sun
Good morning. I can't tell you how beautiful you look with your bright colors and your all the shiny glitter. Thank you for joining our celebration today. My name is Lynn, she, her, and I'm here this morning as a proud member of the Rainbow Chalice group. I want to thank Reverend Sherman for inviting us this morning so you can join us for the celebration of our first anniversary of the Rainbow Chalice group. This is our second coming, so to speak. Our first was about a year ago when Lauren introduced us to the congregation. We've been meeting monthly since then, getting to know each other, sharing our stories and planning activities. And today is our first Pride event, and it's the first one celebrated at UVU since before COVID. But I hope it won't be at last. My hope is that Pride will become a part of the UU culture, to be celebrated and embraced by everyone every day. Not just as one moment in the history of queer folks, but as a way to demonstrate that we are all a part of each other, bound together by our humanness, not separated by our differences. Reverend Sherman asked me today to spend a couple of minutes to share one word about what Pride means to me as a UU. If you know me, you know how incapable I am of using just one word. So brace yourselves. And this is especially true about Pride, in part because my relationship with Pride has varied through the years. Pride is always, to me, a reminder that I'm a part of a marginalized group, a reminder of how many of us have lost their lives from violence and continue to do so, and from a disease that lingered too long. A reminder that for some of us, the fear, the hurt, the pain still lingers just below the surface. But today, I want to focus on the progress we've made. So the word that surfaced for me today is celebration. Not just of Pride, but of the UU community. A community that has welcomed both me and my wife. A community that has given us as a group the opportunity to uplift our voices, to celebrate our culture, and to advocate for our rights. A community that continues to provide an opportunity for spiritual, emotional, and intellectual growth that's both personal and communal. A community that gives us an expectation that we will be greeted with kindness and compassion, that our voices will be heard without judgment. We're not perfect. How can we be? Because life is messy and humans are very complex. But we work at keeping our eye on the prize, and that's what counts. Today, we celebrate our collective community. Today, we are celebrating not what separates us, but what brings us together. Today, we celebrate each of us at UU are so much more than any one aspect of ourselves, so much more than our education, our racial and ethnic heritage, our gender or sexual identity, our abilities, our socioeconomic status, and more. Today, we celebrate our shared experiences, the ways in which we are both unique and so very much alike. So today, we offer you radical hospitality. Please celebrate with us, get to know us, stop by our tables, take our 2-minute survey, take a look at the resources of the community, and add your name to the list if you're interested in participating in any of our activities, want to have a conversation, or interested in joining us. Tell us how you want to be involved with us, because we want you involved with us. Now, after church, if you have not seen the tables and all of that, please come after church. Just go by down the hall after church. And we had a fun activity planned for children. It seems that only 2 or 3 children have shown up today for church. And so I'm going to ask you to find the child within you and invite you all out very briefly to the residence hall, where we have piñatas waiting. And some more giveaways if you want to take them home to your children or whatever you'd like to do with them. So please join us, and thank you all again.
Good morning. I'm Christine Matthews. My pronouns are she, they, and I'm here to talk about our Share the Plate for the month of June. June is typically the month when our youth group nominates a deserving nonprofit for Share the Plate. This June, the youth have come together to nominate Richmond Animal League, located in Midlothian. Richmond Animal League, or RAL, has been committed to saving the lives of animals and finding loving homes for pets for over 45 years. Since 1979, they've worked with area shelters to provide temporary housing, medical treatment, vaccinations, spay-neuter, and loving care to tens of thousands of pets who were then adopted into new homes. Richmond Animal League works with 30 municipal shelters and rescue partners and the community to reduce euthanasia rates across Central Virginia. When municipal shelters become too full or have pets with medical conditions beyond their resources, RAL steps in to transfer, house, care for, and adopt out those pets. These timely transfers of pets to RAL help their partners have the space and capacity to save more lives. There is more need than capacity, so they prioritize their work with shelter partners as the best way to save the most lives. RAL runs entirely on the generosity of their donors. Donations of any size help them save lives. Let's support our youth and the animals they love. The collection for Richmond Animal League will now be taken and most graciously received.
I'm going to sing you a Welsh folk song called Hafen Gobaith. I'm going to sing it in English. But this song is about when you're going through hard times, knowing that here right now you have a haven and that you have people that you can lean on. And tomorrow there's still hope and promise. So here safety, tomorrow hope. It's called Hafen Gobaith. Storm clouds are gathering, and skies above you are gray. No silver lining seen, just another gloomy day. When shadows are threatening, you're feeling frail and forlorn. In moments such as these, that's when doubts and fears are born. But here you'll find a haven, a shoulder you can lean on. Lay down your burdens, tomorrow is another footsteps are weary, the path so steep that lies ahead. The journey lingers on, and the road is far to tread. When spirits are flagging, you're wondering what's in store. Forget your troubled load. Come inside, step through the door. Here you'll find a haven, a shoulder you can lean on. Lay down your burden. Tomorrow is another day. For all who enter, let fear depart. Let faith replace the pain. Hope gladdens a heavy heart like sunshine after rain. Here you'll find a haven, a shoulder you can lean on. Lay down your burdens. Tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow is another day.
As we enter into a time of meditation, reflection, and prayer, I invite you to sit comfortably in your seats, planting both feet on the ground. Close your eyes as you're comfortable. Breathe in love. Breathe out peace. Breathe in love. Breathe out peace. And let us center ourselves as we enter into a time of silent meditation. Spirit of life and love, ultimate mystery beyond naming, we gather in this sacred community, grateful for the bonds that unite us and the diversity that enriches us. We ask that you let your love flow through us, guiding our thoughts, words, and action. May we be instruments of your love in the world, extending kindness and compassion to all we meet, and help us to see the divine spark in each person and honor that sacred presence within them. Teach us to honor the inherent worthiness and dignity of every individual, and let us approach one another with open hearts and minds, ready to listen and learn from each other. May our interaction be marked by empathy, understanding, and a deep respect for unique journeys and experiences of all. Guide us now in creating a community where everyone feels welcome and valued, and help us to recognize that and celebrate the rich diversity among us, embracing differences in race, gender, sexuality, ability, and background. May our community be a sanctuary where all can find acceptance and belonging. Inspire us to extend our arms wide in hospitality. May we be ever mindful of the ways we can make our community more inclusive and inviting, and empower us to uphold the dignity of every person. Strengthen our resolve to stand against injustice and inequality and to work for a world where everyone is treated with fairness and respect. Help us to be advocates for those whose voices are marginalized and to strive for a society where all can thrive. And let your spirit of love and peace dwell within us, inspiring us to create a world where love, respect, dignity, inclusion, and welcoming and diversity are the foundation of our shared humanity. In the names of all that are holy, may this be so. Amen. Ashe. Mattering. My father asked if I'm gay. I asked, does it matter? He said, no, not really. I said, yes. He said, get out of my life. I guess it matters. My friend asked why I talk about race so much. I asked, does it matter? He said, no, not really. I told him yes. He said, you need to get that chip off of your shoulder. I guess it matters. My neighbor asked why I put that ramp up on my front door. I said, does it matter? He said, no, not really. I told him because it made my life easier. He said, is there a way to make it less obvious? I guess it matters. A member of my church asked why I like gospel music. I asked, does it matter? She said, no, not really. I told her that it connects me to my Southern Christian childhood. She said, I think you are in denial about your oppression. I guess it matters. My God asked me, do you love yourself? I said, does it matter? She said, yes. I said, how can I love myself? I am a gay, Latino, disabled, and a Christian in a hostile climate. She said, that is the way I made you. Nothing will ever matter again. These words were written by anonymously by a gay high school student and adapted by my colleague, Mark Hicks. It was a warm day in Portland, Oregon in June of 2015. We were attending the Unitarian Universalist General Assembly when the news broke out about the U.S. Supreme Court decision in Oberfair versus Hodge, solidifying nationwide marriage equality. It was a day filled with joy, tears of happiness, and sighs of relief, an overflow of emotion for those who toiled in the vineyards for years, for those who marched on to courthouses and state houses throughout the country, demanding for the right for people to marry who they love. And it finally happened. Marriage equality for all has finally come to fruition. It was indeed a happy day for members of our faith community who fought long and hard for marriage equality. However, since the Oberfair v. Hodges decision 9 years ago, there have been evil forces seeking to undermine the rights of our LGBTQ plus siblings. The first major push was around legislation banning transgender bathrooms from accessing public bathrooms, transgender people from accessing public bathrooms. And you all remember the North Carolina bathroom bill, right? Now, while some of those bills were defeated across the United States, it didn't deter the far-right extremists from looking to curtail the rights of our siblings in every facet. These forces have grown their financial coffers, gerrymandered legislative districts, and mounted a massive disinformation campaign on social media and in the news. Legislation barring trans youth from playing sports with friends have become a trend, and bans on life-saving, gender-affirming care are a commonplace tactic. Lawmakers were seeking to erase their very existence in the classroom and in entertainment space, as if our sibling lives did not matter. So since the end of 2023 and throughout this year, there has been over 500 anti-LGBTQ plus bills introduced from coast to coast, with the majority of them attacking transgender and non-binary folks. While thankfully, many of those laws were not passed, however, there were more than 80 of these bills that were passed. And many states are still entertaining executive action and special sessions that would keep pushing this anti-LGBTQ agenda. Legislative assaults and political extremists are putting target on our siblings' back. And our siblings across this land are under siege. Many are living in states of emergency. And the multiple threats of facing millions in our community are not perceived, but are real, tangible, and dangerous. And there have also been an unprecedented amount of violent anti-LGBTQ incidents, and they are subject to rejection, prejudice, and sadly, in some cases, death. Families are forced to uproot their lives and flee their homes to find a safer place to live. They are denied medical care, the right to use bathrooms of their choice, and there has been an increase of homophobia and transphobia that put our siblings' safety at rest, especially our trans youth and our trans people of color. Their humanity, loss of dignity, and rights to exist are being threatened every day. This continued assault on the inherent worthiness and dignity of our LGBTQ siblings across the world, this country, and right here in Virginia make honoring Pride Month this year even more crucial. Pride Month commemorates the Stonewall riots of June of 1969, when members of the LGBTQ plus community protested police raids at the Stonewall Inn in Manhattan. And it celebrates the rich history, resistance, and protest and activism of the community. It honors the community action for survival, defense of spaces where people can gather to express themselves, connect, and love. Dwayne Crenshaw, the Sacramento, California Urban League president and CEO, reminds us that Pride is not just a party. Yes, he said, it is a celebration, But at the end of the day, Pride is a social justice movement. And Pride Month is crucial for many individuals and community, but understanding why it matters requires reflecting on the significance in the beloved community. For this reason, Pride Month is deeply important to the continued solidarity for human rights and visibility of a group of people who are told by most religious communities, media, state and local government that they are less than others and their lives don't matter and they should not exist. But as Unitarian Universalists, we are driven by faith in holding every person inherent worthiness and dignity, and this faith formed the bedrock of our unwavering dedication to the inclusion of our siblings. And we firmly believe in treating all individuals, regardless of their sexual orientation, gender identity, with respect and honor. And our commitment to justice, equity, and compassion in human relations propels us to stand aside the marginalized community and work towards a world where everybody can live their authentic lives. So we embrace Pride Month and renew our pledge to uphold inclusion and justice, and this is a time to celebrate diversity and recognize the invaluable contribution of our siblings to our community. And it also serves as a moment for reflection on the social disparities and inequality and a rededication to the ongoing pursuit of justice. And while there has been progress towards the LGBTQ equality, and it has been significant in recent years, there is still much work to be done. And in many parts of the world, our siblings continue to face discrimination, violence, and legal persecution. And even in countries with legal protections, social attitude can lag, leading to continued stigma and marginalization. And in the United States, the fight for equality is far from over. Transgender individuals, in particular, face significant challenges, including high rates of violence and discrimination in employment, housing and health care, and the rise of anti-LGBTQ legislation in some of our states is a stark reminder that our sibling rights are not guaranteed, and we as allies must vigilantly defend their rights. And as you use, we are called to action. We are called to be allies in the struggle for equality, to challenge unjust systems, and to be advocates for policies that protect and uplift all people. And while gains have been made as a result of the tireless advocacy, we allies must be vigilant in the face of ongoing threats to our siblings' rights. Our fifth principle, the right of conscience and the use of the democratic process within our congregation and society, let us use our voice to support our siblings' rights and advocate for inclusive policy, and work towards a society that values and respects all of its members. But we must also recognize that the LGBTQ community is not monolithic. People within the community have diverse experiences and face intersection forms of oppression based on race, gender, class, ability, and other factors. And Pride Month must be inclusive and intersectional, celebrating the full diversity of the community and acknowledging the unique challenge of those who live at the intersection of multiple marginalized identity. And our unwavering commitment to justice compels us to unite with all marginalized community. And this entails hearing the amplifying voices of those who are most impacted by injustice and striving to create an inclusive and affirming space for all. And it means acknowledging our privileges and leveraging them to bolster and elevate others. So we cherish the many facets of human experiences, understanding that our diversity is a wellspring of resistance and magnificence. And in commemorating Pride Month, we pay homage to the myriad of the community and expressions of our siblings in that community. And we affirm that each person's journey is a testament to their unique strengths and that our collective liberation is a testament of our shared resilience. Our sixth principle, we aspire to a world of community with peace, liberty, and justice for all. And this principle beckons us to broaden our horizon beyond our congregation, to stand in unwavering solidarity with our siblings and communities across the globe, and to strive towards a world where everyone can live with freedom to be their authentic selves. Now, one of the most potent aspects of Pride Month is visibility. The visibility it brings to the LGBTQ community. For much of history, our sibling has been forced to live in shadows, hiding their true self out of fear of rejection, discrimination, and violence. And pride challenged this indivisibly by celebrating the sibling's identity openly and joyfully. And this reminds me of the faith tradition that I just left a few years ago, where unfortunately folks were not allowed to be visible for fear of rejection, fear of being asked to leave the church. And it was very painful to be in that community because based on my theology, they were all created in the image of the divine. But they were subjected to hear from ministers from the pulpit who would say things such as, love the sinner, not the sin. God didn't create Adam and Steve. And for my siblings in that community who had to be subjected to that Sunday after Sunday, my heart went out to them. And I wish they would feel that they could come and join us in this community where they would be welcome and accepted for who they are and no longer have to hide in the shadows. So that's why visibility matters, not just for the community, not just for my siblings, but for societies, because it challenges stereotypes and prejudices and make it harder to deny the humanity and rights of our LGBTQ siblings. And representation in media, politics, and other spheres of the public life not only normalize their identity, but also foster the greater acceptance and understanding and creating a more inclusive and diverse society. And for many individuals, particularly our young people, the impact of seeing others who share their identity is profound. It can provide a sense of belonging and affirmation lacking in other areas of their lives. So Pride Month sent a powerful message to our youth to tell them that they're not alone. Their lives matter, and they have a community that support and celebrate them, fostering a sense of solidarity and empathy among us all. And to our youth, we see you and your lives matter. Theologically, Pride is a profound spiritual practice that celebrates love in all its forms. It is about embracing and affirming the sacredness of all lives, rejecting shame and fear, and acknowledging the diversity of creation. And at the core of our faith, it is a belief in the transformative power of love. And love is the force that binds us together, that heals our wound, and drives us to create a more inclusive and just world. And as we celebrate Pride Month, we are called to embody this love in our action and relationship. And for our siblings, accepting and celebrating their identity is an act of profound self-love and self-acceptance. It is a declaration that they are valued, beautiful, and deserving of celebration. And for allies, supporting and celebrating Pride is a way of showing love and solidarity and standing up for those who have been marginalized and affirming their worthiness and dignity. And in the words of the poet and Unitarian minister John Murray, give them not hell, but hope and courage. Preach the kindness and everlasting love of God. So our task is to offer hope and courage to those who have been marginalized and oppressed, and create a space, a community where they all can thrive. We Unitarian Universalists often discuss creating a beloved community where justice prevails and all people are valued. And Pride Month is a powerful expression of this vision, and it's time for us to come together to celebrate our diversity, the challenges and victory of our siblings community, and renew our dedication to justice and inclusion. And as you use our principle, compel us to recognize the community and thrive for a world where everyone can live freely and authentic. So, beloveds, it is essential to remember that Pride It's not just for those who identify as LGBTQ+. It is a celebration for all, serving as a powerful reminder that our liberation is interconnected and that true freedom is only achieved when all of us are free. Pride invites everyone to embrace the diverse range of human experiences and work together to build a world where everyone, regardless of their identity, is valued and celebrated. So we reassert our commitment to the beloved community, a world governed by love and justice, and we take joy in the beauty and variety of the human family, and we promise to persist in our efforts to create a world that's more inclusive and more compassionate, that values our UU principles. So our call to action as a faith community in the light of the profound impact of discrimination and denial of fundamental human rights that our siblings are facing every day. We are called to be allies, advocates, and agents of change. And this work is not optional, but it's fundamental. It's a fundamental expression of our faith and our values. And our congregation must be a place where everyone feels welcome, included, valued, and safe. This means going beyond more tolerance to affirm and to celebrate our sibling actively. So Pride Month matters because it honors history, advances social justice, and empowers individuals and foster community solidarity. It is time to remember the past, advocate for the present, and envision a future where everyone, regardless of their sexual orientation, gender identity, can live with dignity and equality. And by celebrating Pride Month, we affirm our commitment to creating a world where all people are valued and loved for who they are. And as a faith community, we cannot settle for anything less. May this be so.
Hello again. Next I'm going to play for y'all a spiritual entitled Jordan's Angels. And it talks about angels and souls being free, but I wanted to share with you my perspective on it. So I believe that all of us are divinely created, and if all of us are little pieces of the divine, then all of us are angels. So when this song is talking about like hanging out with like Gabriel's playing a trumpet, David's playing the harp, like I actually visualize me with my friends and them accepting me for who I am. And then when the song goes on to be like, my soul will be free, that's when I'm free. When I'm with people who love me and accept me and feel that. And I hope all y'all feel that too, because y'all are my angels too. So this is Jordan's Angels, arranged by Rollo Dilworth. Angels, angels, looking out over Jordan, all I could see, a band of angels coming after me. Gabriel was playing the trumpet, David was playing the harp. Someday my soul shall be free, I shall be free. All night, all day, the angels keep a watching over me, over me. All night, all day. Someday my soul shall be free. Looking out over Jordan, all I could see was a band of angels coming for me. Looking out over Jordan, all I could see was a band of angels coming for me. All night, all day, angels are coming for me, my Lord. All night, all day, a band of angels coming for me. Looking out over Jordan, and I shall be free.
Hi, I'm Fran Brune. I use the pronoun she, her, and I've been asked by Reverend Sherman to read the chalice extinguishing reading. As flame is to the spirit, so spirit is to breath, and breath to song. Though we extinguish the flame in this sanctuary, may we tend it in our hearts until we meet again.
Thank you, Fran. I want to take a moment to honor all the fathers on Father's Day. To the biological fathers who have been there from the beginning, who share their knowledge and wisdom and experience, and their presence has been a constant source for strength and support. To the father figures who stepped in when needed, their selfless acts of kindness has gone unnoticed. From those who lost their fathers, we hold their memories in our heart. Today we celebrate all that you do. Happy Father's Day. After service, I invite you all to go out to the lobby to our Rainbow Chalice group display, pick up a few flowers or lace, some of those delicious chalice cookies made by Nancy. And continue to celebrate this day and remember the importance of Pride Day. So please rise in body or spirit as I give the benediction. As we leave this place, may we carry with us the spirit of pride, a spirit that motivates us, a spirit that sustains our commitment to justice, and a spirit that fills our hearts with love for all people. Go now in peace, and let us sing our closing hymn, Answering the Call of Love. And if you are comfortable, please grab hold of the hands of the person beside you.